Hey, Flute people, Mr. Fitz here, and now we're talking about line number 13, Two for the Show duet. Now, this is a duet, which means it's two parts. It could either be played by two different people or two groups of people. You have an A part and you have a B part. And notice how there's a bracket that connects the two music staffs together. All right, so this is the A line, and then this is the B line. All right, and they're played simultaneously. Eventually, all right? You need to learn both parts so that when we get together as a group, we could decide, all right, we're gonna have you play one part and another person play the other part, and that way there will have harmony. All right, let's just focus on 13A for a minute. Notice again that it has half notes. We know those are two beats, and your first note and your second note are different, so you're gonna have to make a finger switch there. Hopefully you can see that that's a B flat and that that's a C. Again, we always look back over here in case we're ever stuck with our notes. This defines the notes B flat, C, and D, and it shows what line they're on or what space they're in. Like B flat's on a line, it's actually on the third line up, and it has a little flat symbol that looks like a tiny B. That's just a coincidence. C goes in the third space up, and then D goes in the fourth line up. Okay, so that's how you tell the difference, all right? So now, I've got a B flat half note, a C half note, and then a D whole note. Now these are the same three notes as in Cardiff by the Sea. Only difference I think you could see is that the D is 4 counts long, right? So hopefully if you were able to play this one, the only difference here is you're going to be needing to play a whole note there instead of a half note with a half rest, okay? All right, so then looking ahead, same exact thing as Cardiff by the Sea. Look at that, how convenient. All right, now we got something a little bit different here. We have a D, and then a C, and then a D. Now, since this is different, what I would just going to show you is what you do is you say, all right, I got a D and a C and a D. All right, I got a D, I've got a C, and I've got a D. And really get your fingers, say the name of the note and push those buttons, all right? Now, after you can do that looking at it, go to playing position, practice playing, and then thinking about switching, and then switching again. And, when you're doing this, look at your fingers, but when you're doing this, don't do this kind of thing, because that'll slow you down. So what you want to try to do is to, all right, I got a D. Now think about what your finger's going to do. Try to feel them. And then back to D. And after you do that for a bunch of times, then try to play it like the music asks for in the 5th measure and 6th measure. Let me just turn it around, show you what we're talking about. So these notes right here, they're asking for a half note, and a whole note. So then eventually what you want to try to do is and again, finger practice is going to be the key with this, the more you do it. Now, I've got some good news for you. Once you master switching from D to C and B flat, everything else is easier, all right? Okay, and then finally, to end this up, you have, let's see, in the last two measures here, you've got a C, a D, and a D. All right, now if you could do D, C, D, then you probably should be able to do this C, D, D also, right? It's all just a matter of working it out. I always highly recommend that you look 2 measures at a time, name the notes, practice the fingers, doing the evil finger practice, then practice playing the notes without keeping a beat, like tapping your foot, and then finally tap your foot, okay, and try to do them to the correct beat. All right, so I'm going to play Cardiff by the Sea for you because I didn't do that to start out. Let me play that from the beginning. Here goes. I'm sorry. It's not Cardiff by the Sea. It's 13A, Two for the Show. All right, here I go. All right, and keep practicing that. See if eventually you can play along with me on 13A. All right, have fun.